Murray. It's the day before the retreat starts, so obviously it's my day of actually travelling up to the retreat. So I'm going to drive to Glasgow a little bit later on today, so I just thought I'd check in. So I'm just doing a few bits and pieces this morning prior. So I've just been to Tesco to get a couple of bits and pieces, so really wanted to get just a box of sweets for each table, really, just to kind of say hi in the morning. And I know there's some people who are really nervous. I mean, obviously it's my first retreat as well, so it's just to try and make people feel welcome. And then I wanted to get Donna Murray, so Stitching Donna, on Floss Tube, who's organised this whole event, just a thank you card, really, because you know I appreciate how much effort's gone into the whole thing, really. And it's no mean feat, is it, trying to pull something of this size together and, you know, make sure everybody's happy, because yeah, it's just difficult. The other thing I want to do just now as well is go and pick up my cross stitch from the framers. So I called yesterday just to see if it was ready, and he said it was, so I thought, right, I'll go and pick it up, see what it looks like. So I will show you that in a little bit, and yeah, and just kind of show you the progress through the morning into the early afternoon as I set off, really. So yeah, I'm on holiday today, which is really nice. So there's a couple of little tiny bits I need to do for work, because obviously we're away next week and we're really busy. So there's just a couple of things I need to do that won't take very long, and yeah, then I can look forward to heading up. So I hope the whole setup's okay. I mean, I'm not planning on doing much recording from in the car anyway, but I've noticed it's wobbly, and yeah, I don't think it's going to stabilise any better than what it is. So apologies for that. I hope it's not making you feel too seasick, but as I said, I won't be recording very much from in the car anyway during this whole thing. I'll probably just check in with you from the car as I'm en route up to Glasgow, really, and let you see some of the beautiful scenery, because we do pass along the A66, which is the route to the Lake District. Well, that's the route I'll be taking, and obviously we go through the Eden Valley and the Lake District, and there's some, well, the edge of the Lake District, and there's some beautiful scenery over there. So yeah, I will catch up with you guys a little bit later, so take care and I'll see you soon. I'm back again. I just thought I'd show you kind of what I've got and what I'm going to take up to the retreat. So I've got a suitcase which I thought I would pack. I don't know whether or not that's a good idea. As I said, I've not been to one of these things before. I mean, I'm probably taking far too much stuff with me, but you just don't know what you're going to want to work on. And you know, the worst thing would be is to get there and not really want to do any of my stuff. So I wasn't going to take this with me, but this is my other Heaven and Earth piece. This is my big Chris Ortega piece, my Steam Heart. So everything's in that box, so that's going to go in the case. I am taking my my ornament, my Enchanted Christmas ornament by Donna Glessinger. That's another Heaven and Earth design, so that's going to go with me as well. And that probably, to be honest, is most likely the piece that I'll start with tomorrow. It's 18 count Ada, so I can see it really well, because that's obviously something I'm a little bit worried about. Yeah, hoping that the light's okay and stuff, and things, because I'm not going to take my big stand-up craft light. I've decided I'm not going to take that, but I have got a little clip-on, one of the little clip-on LED lights that's rechargeable, so I've got that with me, so that offers a pretty good light. I'm just debating whether or not to put in the boot of my car my my big daylight lamp that connects to a desk. I might take it, we'll see. So I've got that. Project wise, I just packed my latte buttons and beads. Well, I will pack my buttons and beads just in case, you know, I want something really small to work on as I move around, you know, chatting to people, so that would probably be quite handy. I've got my Autumn at Hawker and Hollow piece to go in, as you know. I've got my Old Salem Broom Company by the Primitive Hair piece. So that's kind of 4, possibly 5 pieces, and then obviously spare Q snap, project bags. I've got a charger, an extension, well, chargers of all natures, and then some just in case. I've got my little tripod there for my phone just in case I try to do some vlogging. Glasses case, and an extension lead so I can plug everything in and keep it charging. And I've also got a couple of little plastic cups there, so I've got one for cold drinks and one for hot drinks. Obviously sealable lid, so you know, if you knock it, it's not going to go over your work or anybody else's stuff. So yeah, so that's what I'm planning on taking. Obviously got an iPad and my Kindle, which are downstairs on charge, so they'll be coming with me as well. So yeah, it was just to give you a bit of a feel for what's coming, really. I'm going to show you a couple of the projects I'm going to take, which I finished, just as a bit of a show and tell. I don't know whether or not we'll have much of an opportunity to do that, but I just thought I would take a few bits and pieces as well. So I'm just going to get that organised and set up, and I'll show you that too. Yeah, so this is one of the things I've just picked up from the framers. This is a watercolour piece that my dad painted of Poppy. Now, I think Poppy was about 4 years old when he painted this, so I just wanted to show you that, how lovely it is. It's a watercolour of her, and it's just, oh, it's just so cute, isn't it? So I'll have her on my wall in my living room really soon, so I'm looking forward to that. So let me just move that out of the way for you. Now this is my story keep. Let me just prop that up on there so you can have a look at it. So yeah, it's the Cherie Gerhardt Simply Meant to Be story keep that I had done, and it just looks really good. Well, I think it looks really good anyway. So I had all these, I don't know whether I've said, done in the non-reflective glass, so you don't get the glare off them as well. So I just thought with something like this, which is more of an heirloom piece, it's worth investing that little bit of extra money. Well, that was my thought behind it anyway, but I'm so pleased with it. So I had it professionally stretched and framed, and yeah, it's quite interesting because the woman in the framing shop who actually stretched it, so they don't stretch their own pieces in the framing shop I was in, they get somebody to do it for them, and she said she's framed, you know, she said I've stretched thousands of pieces of cross stitch, but I've never stretched anything quite like that before, in terms of, you know, it being full coverage, and obviously also the subject matter of it as well, because it's quite gothic, isn't it? So hence the black frame. So yeah, so they're the things that I've just picked up, and then these are the things that I'm going to take with me that are finishes, which you've already seen pretty much. So obviously I'm taking my cappuccino piece. I've got my Electra piece there, which I haven't added on the extra part, which you never know, I may do while I'm at the retreat and see what other people think as well about what I could put on. I've got on my, sorry, that's the wrong way around actually, the back doesn't look that bad, does it? I've got my Under the Sea sal to take up. You see, some retreats have like a show and tell paid, you know, like table where you can put your finishes out. I don't know whether they will here, but I just thought I'd take them just in case. To be honest, I could do with a press, but you know, it is what it is, isn't it? I've got my Nevermore Prairie Schooler piece, and then also, again, it's upside down. It's the first one I ever completed. I remember, I don't know whether you remember me showing you this in my kind of one of my earlier videos when I kind of opened up what I'd done in the past and did a trip down memory lane. But this is my it's Seated Girl with Dog or something. It's a Linate piece, and you know, as I said on that video, I just kind of dive in. I don't do something really simple. So this was the first thing ever I tried cross stitching and my first ever finish. So yeah, it's lovely. Again, it's two great massive creases down it, but it's still a really lovely piece anyway. Amazing detail through that one. So I thought I'd take these just to kind of put on a finishes table if there is one. So they're going to go in my case as well. So yeah, I'm going to get packed. I've got my clothes already packed, so I'm just going to get this stuff in the case, and yeah, I'll be pretty much ready to go when I'm done. Hi everyone, I'm back again. I'm actually en route now, so it's almost 4 o'clock on Friday afternoon. It's a lot later than I actually wanted to get set off. Just bits and pieces that I had to do for work, even though I'm on holiday. That took some time, and then just getting organised really. I just wasn't as organised as I thought I was. So I've got a car full of stuff. I've got my Haribo sweets, my Tangtastics for the journey, Diet Coke in the car, so I'm quite well equipped to make the journey really. So So yes, I'm going to get caught up in traffic as we head out across to Scotch Corner. Then things should improve as I hit the A66 and then get onto the M6 up to the Scottish borders and then across to the hotel. So according to the sat nav, it should take me about 3 hours journey time, which isn't too bad to get right up into Glasgow from where I live. So it's more than doable. I mean, I drive obviously day to day for my job anyway, so you know, it's not like I'm averse to driving. You know, I'll go to London and back in a day, which is like stupidly 8 hours of driving, but I'll do it. And obviously you guys in the US, I mean, you think nothing of getting in the car and driving across different states and yeah, and been in the car for a long time either, so it's not a long journey at all. So it's actually starting to get dark now, so I'm probably not going to get much footage for you as we make the journey across, so I'll probably end up just doing that on the way back really. So yes, so as I said, I'm on the move. I'm really excited. The only downside is I was getting myself sorted and I've been getting really bad pain in my hands. I don't know whether it's because I've started picking up some knitting again and I'm maybe using some different muscles in my hands, don't know what it is, but I've been getting really bad pain. So I put some anti-inflammatories in my bag, my handbag, to bring to the retreat just in case I needed them, and put my bag on the floor and then turned around and Daisy had ran off with a packet of pills. She managed to break the seal and take a small part of one of them and eat it. So I've kind of been online, frightened myself to death, and obviously naproxen can be toxic to dogs as like can anything. So, you know, she's staying with my parents for the next few nights with me being up in Scotland and then away with work again. So I'm panicking. That should be all right. So you know, when it just couldn't be it could be the worst timing in the world that something like that happens. So I'm hoping she's okay. So I'll be badgering my parents to death over the course of the next few days to make sure that she's all right and hasn't gone into kidney failure, she hasn't had a gastric bleed or something like that. So yeah, I could have probably have done without that, but it's one of those things, isn't it? So yeah, I'm really excited. I hope there's going to be a few of the guys around this evening just to sort of touch base with. I think Donna said she was going to arrive at the hotel this evening and just welcome those who are staying tonight, and maybe a few of us can get together and catch up and have something to eat or something. So I'm hoping that will be the case. So just thought, did I put my purse in my bag? So yeah, there'll be something I've forgotten because I'm really not organised, and yeah, I'm just not. But anyway, I will I'll catch you guys soon, and yeah, I may check in as I'm further up the road depending on the light. If not, I will catch you when we get to the hotel. See you soon. Bye. Morning, it's Sunday morning, just after 8 in the morning, so just try and show you the view out of the window. So it's still quite dark up here, pretty miserable day again. So yeah, so I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to really share that much with you yesterday. It was just a little bit, I think people were just sort of getting into the stride and finding their feet really, and I think the group you know, kind of a lot more bonded now, but what I didn't want to do is start waving my camera around and you know, sort of making people feel uncomfortable. So we had a really good day in the room. I, true to what everybody has already told me, did not get very much done. So I was working on my Heaven and Earth design ornament, Enchanted Christmas. Got a few stitches in, I'll show you when I get back to the room, but not a lot considering, you know, we were sitting there from like 8 AM. Took a break about 10:30 and went down to the bar with a couple of the guys. We went down with Ali, Maureen, who's Stitchy Mac on here, and Lisa Simmons, who's Lisa S Stitches. Also, so I'm sat in between two floss tubers. So to be honest, if the three of us can't pull something out of the bag today, then it's really time to give up, isn't it? So we are planning to do something. So we sort of stitched all day, ate all day. To be honest, I've never eaten so much food in a long time in one day. Chatted, mingled, enabled one another. And it was just really, really nice to have like 30 people in one room who do the same thing as we do. And I don't know, it just kind of blew my mind a little bit that people from all over the UK and Scotland just sort of came together. Some of them knew each other, you know, from previous retreats, but on the whole, a lot of people who'd never even met, including me, just sort of coming together, getting our stuff set up and sort of sitting down and going with the flow, really. So it was lovely. Definitely do them again. I'd definitely come here again. I mean, people have said it was such a good group. I mean, I've got nothing to, as a frame of reference, to compare it to be fair. So I don't know what's good, what isn't good. But yeah, I mean, it's been good fun. So I'm pretty tired. By the time I got into bed, because we went to the bar, had a drink and then went back up to the room, and there was probably about, I don't know, 8 people left in there, 8 or 9 people. And myself and Maureen went back and sat down, and oh dear God, it was hilarious. I'm not kidding you. I've never laughed so much in my life. And Donna, you know why. We had yeah, it was fun. And I think, you know, that kind of time of night when everybody is sort of almost a bit delirious, is when like you see like the real people, and yeah, you just get a real feel for everybody. So yeah, we had a good time and sort of left the room not that long after midnight, kind of got back into my room, chilled out, went on to the head face group, and just sort of had a little nose because I've not been on there all weekend, and just kind of chilled out and went to sleep about 1 this morning. Alarm went off at 7, so yeah, but so I'm going to head back to the room now, switch out my projects. I'm going to move from the head across to my Ultimate Ochre and Hollow piece. So I'll probably maybe take a photograph of kind of my progress as to where I got to before I changed my Q-snap. Won a couple of things on the raffle, bought a few things, so I've come back with some more needle minders, a pair of really nice scissors and scissor fob, a couple of things that I won on the raffle, so I'll show you those. It might not be while we're here, but you know, when I get home I'll show you what I won. It was, yeah, it was really good fun. Obviously we shared the Prosecco last night in the room. Yeah, we've just had really awesome time, really. So as I said, I've pretty much got packed now. I'm going to, I don't want breakfast, I can't eat anything else. Yeah, head into the room, see who's there, if anybody, and yeah, see if I can get some footage. People have brought some finishes, I brought some finishes, so we've laid them out, so I'll try and get some footage of that. There's some fab pieces that people have stitched, some good full coverage ones, mirrors, as you would expect. Oh, just some gorgeous stuff. So yeah, I'm going to get some footage of that for you. Yeah, let you see the setup of the room, which has been fab because everybody can see each other and chat. So yeah, it's just been great. So to be honest, I'm going to be sad because we're leaving. I'm going to leave just after lunch. I think the room closes about 1, so I'm going to leave between 12 and 1 and get back on the road home. Obviously, get ready for work tomorrow. Repack. And just chill out a little bit before I need to get up mega early in the morning again. So yeah, I will catch you guys soon, and yeah, hopefully get some footage in the room for you so you can see what we've all been up to. All right. See you in a bit.
Well, I call juice everything. Even fizzy stuff, I call everything juice.
I call
Just confusing when
fizzy juice. Like kind of juice.
Really?
Yeah.
fizzy
Kind
pop.
of juice.
Kind of juice, yeah.
And fizzy,
fizzy.
still it's juice, so it's all juice.
No, fizzy's fizzy.
Yeah.
No juice.
Coke or no Pepsi or
Yeah,
juice.
you always like Coke,
juice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Coke
squash.
Zero is my
Style.
favourite.
Coke Zero? Yeah.
If
You're
I
gonna
have it,
remember
the
all
Diet
this?
Coke will be fine. How much are
Well,
they usually?
She's gonna need a
I'm
list.
going to get a wee
I
list,
have
right?
£5.
Oh, that'll be no more than that. That'll be fine.
Okay, that's all I
It's
have.
about £3 a bottle, so I'll give you change.
She's going to the garage to get
Juice, soda, whatever.
getting friends Diet Coke.
You write it down, I'll wait to text you.
No, strawberry water, Coke Zero.
Remember that one?
I've got that.
Cherry.
And cherry Coke.
If not normal.
Yeah. So Fanta, strawberry water, Coke Zero, Diet Coke, and cherry Coke.
Yeah, if they don't have Coke Zero, I'll take a Diet Coke.
Okay. Yeah, and what I want.
Yeah, you 6.
Come back with a list.
Maybe
Nothing else.
where you going.
Donna, man, you've got flip-flops on. Sandals, yeah. What was wrong with sandals?
Have you seen the weather outside?
That's what I said, Scotland. I'm used to it.
Yeah, but you got the
You don't wear your sandals in the rain, you'll never wear them.
Oh. It's okay.
You're gonna get blue feet.
You do know that the whole reason, like,
You look like something out of Avatar.
see, sandals in Scotland would be extinct if we didn't wear them. Because we need to wear them.
I got it done, but then Lisa came and she took it all out.
No, do you want
Do you want to friends?
Well, that's it. It's lunchtime, so it's Sunday lunchtime now, so just hit the road. So I thought I'll get home kind of at a bit more of a respectable time, really, just so I can get home, get repacked for tomorrow, and then just chill out a little bit. I've been watching Celebrity Big Brother, so I want to catch up with that. I've missed 3 nights. Not that I'm a telly addict or anything, but yeah, I just want to catch up with that. So yeah, I've had an absolutely awesome time. It's been fab. I mean, I'm sorry I didn't get a whole load of footage, but I think everybody was just busy and there just wasn't a lot of opportunity to do it. I got obviously the few photos for you, so I hope it gave you a sense of what we were doing. But you know, I've made some fantastic friends that I'm really hoping to meet up with again at further retreats. So definitely do the Scottish retreat again. Obviously it's not that far for me, but yeah, it was great. The guys are just, everybody's just so down to earth, and as I said, it's just amazing to sort of sit in that room and just like have people who are interested in the same thing you are all sitting doing that very same thing. It's awesome. So yeah, it's been great. So weather's really, I think they'd probably call it dreek in Scotland, so it's wet, it's windy, so I'm hoping that by the time I get down past the Scottish English border that the weather might pick up. I know at home it's very windy, but I think the weather's fine, so yeah, I'm hoping that it will be a little bit better and I can get you some footage of the journey, because there's really not a lot to see at the minute. It's just very grey and overcast, sadly. So yeah, I think this is my junction in a moment, so I will pick up the vlog later. I may stop off for a cheeky McDonald's or a Burger King or something like that. I didn't have breakfast this morning, as I said, I just couldn't face food, so I do have my stash of Haribos in the car, so I might just eat them instead, just stay in the car and go. So we'll see, but yeah, I'll check in a little bit later. So I want to call home now and see how Daisy's doing. My parents got a bit sick of me yesterday calling to see how she was, because obviously with her taking the pill, it's just, well, not taking the pill, but getting hold of the packet of pills, I'm just being extra cautious, more so than I would usually be if I was away normally. So I just want to check in on her, because I'm not going to see her tonight, because it's not fair. As much as I want to, it's not fair to disrupt her and then me be away again tomorrow night. So I'm just going to leave her with my parents to just, you know, kind of settle and be okay. So I just want to see she's all right. Yeah, so I will catch up with you in a little bit. Take care, speak to you soon.
You make me feel kinda bad, kinda good, kinda everything, yet it doesn't feel like it should. You make me feel kinda wrong, kinda right, kinda anything, and I would change it if I could.
No, I missed it. I was just literally driven past the flags, where the flag changes from the Scottish flag to the England flag, because obviously the Scotland, England and Wales flag make up the Union Jack, which is obviously Great Britain and Northern Ireland. So so that's a little bit of a shame. I missed that talking to you. But yeah, I was saying I spoke to my mum, and yeah, so they're having some big alterations. I think I've mentioned in a previous video that they moved house back in November last year, so they're having some building work done. So they're having really big conservatory put on the back, like a big extension, and then loads of sort of work to the outside of the house as well. So they've got workmen, and obviously Daisy's been staying there for the last few days, so you know, she's not really able to go in the garden, because where the workmen have trodden, it's turned into like this bog, and obviously it's quite wet here in the UK at the minute, so yeah, it's not really been ideal. So they're having to walk her to do wees, but Daisy doesn't like weeing on her when she's out on the lead for some strange reason. She just likes to be free. She's a free dog, Daisy. So I should have called her Dobby, the free elf, shouldn't I, or something like that. So Daisy and Dobby. So yeah, so Daisy likes to just run around in the garden and wee at her own convenience, really. So my parents are having a bit of a, not a nightmare, but they're concerned about the fact that she's not weeing as much as she should, and obviously she's only a little soul, isn't she? So, you know, her bladder must only be the size of a walnut. So so basically, in a nutshell, speaking of walnuts, I'm going to go pick her up. So I'm so excited, because to be honest, I mean, I know she's my dog, and not that my parents would not let me take her, but what I didn't want to do was really unsettle her and upset her, because obviously I'm going away again, as you all know, tomorrow, and you know, you've kind of got that break, and then you see me, and then I'm not there the next night, so I just didn't want to upset her. But yeah, with the nature of my parents' garden and the fact it's a bog and all wet and nasty, it's actually their idea that I come and get it. So I'm so excited. I'm going to go pick up my little Daisy. So I'm going to go straight to my parents, like literally as soon as I get down there, because as I said, as you know, my parents are close. So in terms of where they live, so I'm going to just go and get her and take her home and spend the afternoon with her, because as I said, I should get home for around 3. Pick her up, say hi to my parents, and then just go and chill with Daisy for the rest of the afternoon. So it's going to be nice to be able to do that. So I'm so excited to see her, because I really did think it was going to be Tuesday. So yeah, my little Daisy.
I could swear that I'm fainting, I think I'm losing my sight, I swear I'm hitting the floor. I could good. Swear that my stomach just sunk a meter. I'll be dead if I take any more. You make me feel kinda bad, kinda good, kinda everything, yet it doesn't feel like it should. You make me feel kinda wrong, kinda right, kinda anything, and I would change it if I could.
Yeah. Dizzy. You there? Do you like that?